When your child is learning to read using phonics, make sure they have good access to phonics readers to practice their skills. But what can we do about the words that can't be sounded out? Those unknown sight words, about 30% of words in the English language that are impossible to decode using phonics. Think of words like said, of, and was. If we were to write these words phonetically, they would look like this: said, of, and was. Such words leave the learner with only one option, and that is to learn these words by sight. I'm Liz Denoon, and when my children struggle to learn to read at school, I found ways to help them. As a qualified teacher who specialises in learning difficulties and literacy, I've since taught hundreds of kids to read and spell and catch up at school. Learning sight words can be really difficult because some children have trouble remembering how words look. This means they have limited short-term visual memory for words. The only way they can learn to read and spell these words is practice, practice, practice. I remember a child once telling me that he had to see a word 50 to 100 times to be able to remember how it looked and how to spell it. Here are my top tips for helping children to remember how to read and spell sight words. Here's number 1. Get a list of the most common sight words for your child's age group. You can find a free one on my website, dyslexiadaily.com. Number 2, break the list down into groups of 5 to 10 words, from the easiest to the most difficult. Here's number 3, because now comes the fun part. Your child needs to be exposed to these words in as many ways as possible. I call this multisensory learning, and the most effective way to do it is by utilising your child's strengths. Let me give you 10 ideas. Let your child spell the words letter by letter while bouncing on your trampoline. Get your child to mould the words out of plasticine. Give your child coloured chalk and get them to write them outside on the pavement. Give them a squirt bottle filled with water and get them to write it on the ground or the fence. Get your child to make the words with Lego. They can make up songs using letters of words and sing them to you. They can bake the letters out of pastry or cookie dough, ice them and then eat them. They can go across the monkey bars rung by rung, letter by letter. They can write them in shaving cream or sand. If you've got a really active child, why not try punching out the letters of the words using a boxing bag, a bean bag, or a pillow? It's all about giving your child a sensory cue to remember how to spell the tricky words. Now, number 4 is check their sight memory, and you can do this by writing 5 to 10 of the words from their list onto flashcards. Flashcards are small pieces of cardboard. Put 5 to 10 flashcards into an envelope with your child's name on it. Each day, show these words to your child if they can identify them successfully by sight. So in about 3 seconds, put a tick on the back of the flashcard. Once they have 5 ticks, consider this word learnt and replace it with a new word. If you want more information on how to teach your child to read and spell and find out how to access posters and many more educational resources, join me on my free webinar by clicking here, or you can click the Show More tab below. You will find out how to get great posters and great educational resources. So we can keep in touch. Please subscribe to this channel, and I'd love to hear your comments about your child. Now, I want to turn this over to you to give me some great ideas for multisensory learning activities to get your child practicing their sight words. You can let me know how your child is going to learn by leaving a comment below right now. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.